Welcome to Maker Mondays with Harris County Public Library. This week, we'll be celebrating Martin Luther King Day by creating our own I Have a Dream worksheet in Canva. Canva is an online design platform where you can use templates to create custom graphics. And while we're there, we'll also learn about the permissions on images and when to use them. You can find written instructions and more for this craft on hcpl.net. To get started, create an account with canva.com. You can see on the homepage that there are hundreds of design templates to choose from, some based on image size or topic. We'll be creating an acronym worksheet, so let's see if Canva has anything we can use right now. Type in worksheet into the top search bar and search. We can see that there are a variety of worksheets available with cool graphics and different styles. Now you can use any of these as a base for your work, and you could use them as is or edit them in Canva. Now I don't see anything exactly like what I want today, but this template here looks kind of close, so I'll select it and it will open up a new editing window. Now that I have it open, I can edit all of the contents on this page. For example, let's change this title to say, I Have a Dream. Simply double-click on it to highlight all of the text, and then type to replace it with your own text. At the top, we can see a text toolbar is displayed every time we have text selected. Here we can change our font, our text size, text color, alignment, even letter and line spacing. There are even some cool text effects you can use, like this outline text. This effect has a secondary color that we can also change, so I'll change it to red. I also want to change up some other elements of this page. My worksheet, for example, I want 5 sections for the 5 letters in dream, where people can write some of their own dreams starting with each letter. I don't really need these name and information boxes at the top, so we can drag our mouse to select them all and delete them. Since I need 5 text boxes and not 3, I'm also going to delete these bottom 2 sections. Now when we click on our remaining box, we can drag this bottom handle to make it a little thinner. In each of our boxes, we're also going to put 1 letter of dream. I want it to be the same style as my title, so I can click on my title, and in the top right, there's a little 2-page icon. Where you hover over it, it'll say duplicate. Click on that to make a copy of your title. Delete the text in your copy and write D. Then use the handles to adjust the text box around the letter. Move it to the left side of our first box. Here, you can write a dream starting with the letter D. We can go to the Elements tab on the left side and insert a dotted line underneath. The Elements tab also has cool shapes and stickers you can add to your design later. Click on the dotted line and drag it across your text box. You can change the stroke with the top toolbar. Our box is complete, but now we need 4 more, and they should pretty much be the same. To make a copy really quickly, drag and select everything in the box, and click the Group button in the top left to join them together. Then click on the Duplicate button and make 4 copies. We can drag and arrange these ourselves, but it can be hard to space everything exactly evenly. If you drag and select all of the boxes, you can use the Position tool in the top right to vertically distribute everything, and then center them so that they are evenly spaced and aligned. Drag your selection to the center of the page, which Canva will indicate with a solid pink line. Finally, double-click on the letters in the box to change them to the rest of our acronyms. Now we can add a description of our worksheet to the top. And let's also add a picture of Martin Luther King Jr. You can add a text box by going to the Text tab on the left side, and we have 3 options for new text. We'll select the smallest, and I'm going to copy and paste in my description that reads, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights leader who worked to ensure equality for all. He helped change the world through peaceful protests and speeches. There's always an opportunity to dream of a better future for everyone. What dreams do you have for the world? We'll arrange our title and description on the right side of our page, making room for a picture of MLK. To add an image, go to the Elements tab and scroll down to Frames. Here you can see a number of cool shaped frames. We'll do this oval shape here, and then you can drag and drop a photo into the frame. I'll also change this outline color to blue. Now our design is basically complete, which brings us to part 2 of our lesson today, usage rights. The internet gives us access to so much information and millions of images at your fingertips. But did you know that not all images can be used and shared however you want? Some images are copyright protected. A copyright is a law that gives the creator of a work, like a photograph, book, or painting, protection and the ability to decide who has permission to use their work. All images on the internet have different types of copyright that change how the image can be reused. Let's say we Google Martin Luther King Jr. and go to the Images tab. Under the search bar, there's a Tools option. If you click on it, a few filters will pop up, one of them being Usage Rights. You can see 2 options, Creative Commons and Commercial. Creative Commons images have less restrictions when it comes to how you can reuse them. Commercial images means you must seek permission from the creator and possibly pay to use the image. Now this can all start to sound pretty complicated, but there are just a few things to remember when looking for images. 1. Not everything online is free to use. Make sure to check for sources and permissions when using other people's content. 2. When in doubt, check for Creative Commons images and content, or public domain images, which are completely free to use, distribute, and edit. And 3. Always try to be a responsible digital citizen. We're all creating and sharing on the internet and want to respect the creations of others. How would you feel if someone used your creation without permission? Keeping that in mind, let's see the different permissions on portraits of MLK. This image, for example, is from Wikipedia. Wikipedia is great because they require sources on all of their images, so we can click on the photo to see more details about the image's usage rights. This one here shows that it's public domain, which is great. This means we're able to use and distribute this image on our worksheet. Let's take a look at another example though. If we Google Martin Luther King Jr. portrait, let's say we wanted to use this image. When we click on it, it shows us some license information, but let's go to the source. It takes us to the website of Yusuf Karsh, master photographer. Now at this point, we can probably assume that this is a strictly protected image, but let's see what information is on the website about image usage. If we scroll down, there's a link to frequently asked questions, then to using Karsh images. Here it has all the information we need, where it says we must negotiate any and all uses of his images. So this one is a no-go for our purposes. Let's go ahead and use the first image, since it's public domain. Right-click on the image and copy it. Then go back to Canva and click on your frame. Then hold Ctrl-V to paste it onto our worksheet. At this point, our worksheet's looking pretty good, so the rest is up to you. You can add stickers, change fonts and colors, make it your own. And don't forget to fill out your own worksheet. Thanks to the civil rights movement of the 1960s and the work that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did for our country, we can move closer to a fair and equitable society. Think about all the ways that you can make a difference in your community and how you can use your talents to uplift others. Even learning new skills like we've done today can help you share your ideas with others in a new way. Take some time today to learn more about the life of MLK and the importance of the civil rights movement. Encourage friends and family to fill out their own I Have a Dream worksheet and share your ideas together. Until next time, check out your local library for even more book recommendations and inspiration.